Gary says, we have 5 jobs as a realtor. Number 1 is lead generation. Number 2 is lead follow-up. You learn that in bold. Then go on appointments, negotiate contracts, practice scripts and dialogues. So in today's world, lead generation and lead follow-up are common entities. And here's the big thing about mega agents. The mega agents, myself and another coach, we asked all of our clients, which was 58 clients. And so this is 58 people doing between $1 million and probably $5 million a year in GCI. And I said, do you have a lead issue or do you have a conversion issue? And 57 people said we have a conversion issue. 1 person said we have a lead issue. So the mega agents have solved what issue?
The leads.
Leads. And they don't have hundreds of leads, they have thousands of leads. I talked to a lady that joined coaching last couple weeks ago, and I said, what's your number 1 issue? She said, consistency of lead follow-up. She says, we have 6,000 uncalled leads. I said, have you stopped getting leads? They said, no. I said, good. Pretty soon you'll have 7,000 uncalled leads. And then you'll have 8,000 uncalled leads. So, right, the most important thing that means for mega agents, it means for everybody in this room, have you talked to every lead you had in the last week? And if you haven't, I'd go home and call every lead and ask them 1 question. And then ask 1 question and then drive to an appointment. So if there was a buyer lead, you'd ask them what question? Are you still looking to buy? And here's what I want you to do when you do that. If they bought, I want you to find out what they bought and how much they paid for it.
Lost opportunity.
And I want you to then write down the commission.
Yeah.
And I want you to track those commissions. Because that's what lack of lead follow-up will cost you. Now I've got a client I did that with, and in a 3-month period, that's 90 days. That's 1/4 of the year. His lost commissions were $465,000. Multiply that out
by 4,
because that was 1/4. He left approximately $1.2 million and lost follow-up commissions. And here's another thing. Here's a big question. Do you lose more leads when you overcall or undercall? Undercall. You know what the ratios are? You will lose, of 5 leads, you will lose 1 and get 4 out of 5 if you overcall. If you undercall, you will lose 4 out of every 5 leads you have.
Wow.
So if you got 100 leads and 5%, you're going to get 5, you're going to lose 5, and the other way around, you're going to lose 95.
Wow.
Or 20%, so it'd be 80-20. Oh, does this sound familiar, 80-20? I think I heard that yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So you'd lose 80 sales. 80 sales times your average commission is how much? 6,000. It's $500,000. So go back and call every lead you have, call every lead you find. Look in your purses, look in your glove boxes, look in your consoles, look in your pockets, look in your desk drawers, things written on napkins, cards, whatever, in your phone, and call every lead and say, have you bought? Are you still looking to buy or are you still looking to sell? And if they say yes, then ask them for an appointment that week. Great, have you bought yet? No. When would be the best time in the next week to get together? And then every lead you have should have it's called a win. W-H-E-N. When are you going to do something? a lead without a win behind it, a date behind it, what kind of lead is that? You don't know. How does a lead without a date behind it fit into your pipeline? On your pipeline report, how do you put a lead without a date behind it?
Right.
There's no date. No date. You can't. Well, they're not going to buy next month. Well, I don't know when they're going to buy. Next year? Next century? So call every lead and find out when they're going to do something. Well, I don't know when I'm going to do something. So let me ask you a question. Is I don't know like a year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? Well, it could be like 5 years. Would it be closer to 5 years? Or would it be closer to 10 years? Well, it'll be closer to 5 years. Great. Would you like to buy in the first half of, it'd be like, so it'd be 2021. You want to buy in the first half of 2021 or second half? And where do they go then?
In your
database. Your 36 touch them, and if you don't know, there's no longer a 33 touch. It's called the 36 touch. It's very succinct, and it's calling them 4 times a year is the #1 issue. So put a date behind every person, and then if you got a 4-month pipeline report or a 5-month pipeline report, you'll be able to put them in. Because why is that pipeline report so valuable on your buyers and your sellers? Because if you want to do 60 deals, how many is that a month? 5 a month. 5 a month. And if you think about it, there are how many days in a month? 30. How many? 5 divided into 30 is what? 6. There you go. But here's the thing. What does that 6 mean? It means you got to find somebody every 6 days to do a deal with. If you haven't got a pipeline report or your leads aren't that well laid out, how are you going to do a deal every 6 days? Now it becomes hit or miss. There's no predictability to it. There's no duplication to it because you don't know where it's coming from. So the important piece is this. If you're way behind on your lead follow-up, stop calling leads. Don't do any lead generation. Just do lead follow-up. Get all your leads in some kind of a logical order, because if you're not going to lead follow-up, why lead generate? Because Monica, I can tell you, the business has changed. In the old days, you probably had a 50-50 chance of getting an appointment on the first call. Today, Gary says it's 80 to 90% of your appointments will come from your lead follow-up. That means it's gone from 50% to 10 or 20%. Why? Because the internet and the social media is getting you leads months out, years out, or almost decades out. So as you look at this, the consistency of your lead follow-up is critical. And constantly calling them to get their dates. Now, if I've got somebody that's going to do a call or do a deal in 60 days, so that means they're going to do something in the middle of April, because it's the middle of February, you could call them every 10 days and ask them one question. Every time you could ask them the same question. What's the question? Pardon? Are you still on track? Are you still looking at April 15th? So, in fact, do you want to set the appointment now for the week of April 15th? Well, we're not sure. Is there any chance it could be earlier or later? Well, we're looking a little bit and it may be earlier. So if it was earlier, when would it be? All you're doing by asking all these questions is giving them clarity. They kind of know what they want. Your job is to help them be real clear in what they want. Well, I don't want to be that pushy. Well, if you don't want to be that pushy, you ought to not be in sales. Because you're not being pushy, you're just helping them do what? Get clear in what their direction is. So if you want to do something in the middle of April, Well, we may want to do something earlier. How much earlier? 30 days. So do you want to start looking in 30 days, or do you want to put your house on the market in 30 days, or do you want to have it sold in 30 days? Well, we're thinking we'd start looking, or we'd put it on the market then. Well, if they want to do something in 30 days, when should you have an appointment with them? Now. You suddenly went from somebody doing something in the middle of April to now doing something in now, because why? Because they need that clarity. They told you what they're going to do. Now it's moved up 30 days. So it's nothing more than a game of where are you today, where are you today, where are you today, where are you today, where's your thinking, where's your thinking, where's your thinking, and then you push them into a transaction.
Okay, so he and I have coached more people than anyone in the world, right, as far as real estate agents.
I would say.
Okay, so I was sitting here thinking, all of these are such great ideas. How do you implement them? You get a coach. You get a coach. There's some great coaches in MAPS. We've got awesome coaches. And everything you're talking about, it's hard to do that alone.
I agree. So
That's all I got to say.
Great. Thank you.